guys, Mr. C, silverfox. Just wanted to say hi from Cartagena, Colombia. It is hot as fuck down here. I think it's 39 degrees today Celsius, which is in Fahrenheit really fucking hot. But for this purpose, we have Coronas, and we have my personal favorite, micheladas. Here in, what is this? San Diego Plaza in Cartagena. This place is incredible for women. You guys totally have to come here. Incredible opportunities. Literally, probably every 5 minutes you'll see a 10 walk by. Maybe not right behind me, but I can probably see them from the side. Anyway, wanted to do a video. Tusk asked me to put a couple things up online. So I wanted to do one video to address, it's kind of two parts, I guess. The first part, this is normally a lot of the videos have technical stuff, like what to say, how to approach, where to stand, how to do keynote. I wanted to do something a little bit more top down. So today we're going to be a little more focused on the theory. So two parts to today's video. Part one, why daygame works, the theory of it, which is actually not my idea. This is what we've been doing for hundreds of thousands of years. But I just want to explain it as a foundation for part two. Part two is about why women shit test and how they shit test, what that's all about. Because there's a thread that I'm overseeing for Tusk on WhatsApp. If you want to be added, just either contact him or me below, and we can get you added so you can follow along. We just talk about guys as they come up with different issues in dating and gaming and stuff. But if you want to be added, go ahead and do that. But there's been a lot of stuff that's been coming up recently about a misunderstanding of what testing is and what testing isn't. So I just wanted to clarify that. So part A, first, how masculinity and femininity works. Masculinity, we all know this. Guys, we're attracted to tits, ass, face, whatever it is that's your particular thing. A woman takes really good care of herself and does something beautiful, and then that makes you respond as a man. You get really attracted to her, you walk over, you approach her, and you want her. You want her why? Well, because of how she did her hair and how she did her nails and how she walks and all the details that make her attractive as a feminine woman. That's what draws you visually, and then you respond as a masculine guy and do your approach and all that kind of stuff. So that's how we work as men. That's no big brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. So, for example, if she leans over and you see down her shirt, you see her tits, that's going to have a certain effect on you. It's going to make you want her more. It's basically she's pushing your buttons. It's like how sex sells in marketing. It pushes your buttons and it drives an emotional response in you that makes you lose your mind and makes you want her more. That's how women work. That's how men work. Women are completely different. Women are not visual. This is why the porn industry is predominantly for men. Women have their own equivalent, but it's not nearly the same because women don't get turned on in the same way. This is why if you have a picture on your online dating profile of you with your shirt off, you're immediately labeled as a beta loser. If you start sending her dick pics, maybe when you get her really hot and heavy, I guess you could throw that in if you want. Not my thing. But if you do it to try and make her get hot, it doesn't work because she doesn't get hot from seeing your dick. It just doesn't work like that. She's not visual like you are. So if you bend over and she sees down your shirt or down your shorts and sees your chest or your dick, she doesn't get an emotional response. If anything, sometimes a chick will be repulsed and then you get arrested if you don't know her enough. That's not how femininity works. Femininity is drawn in and attracted to character qualities in a man. This is why it's possible for me as a 43-year-old man to date women that are 18 or 20 years old. I couldn't have dated the same women when I was their age. I couldn't because I didn't have the character qualities that they wanted. It's not about money or status. It's about having certain traits like courage, boldness, fearlessness, resilience, perseverance, masculine traits. When you have those inside of you and then you start displaying them to a woman, she sees your masculinity. And it's your masculinity that draws her in and that turns her on. She wants your masculinity, not your body, not your face, not your money. It's your masculinity that draws her in, especially if you know what you're doing. And especially because the last, few decades in the West, the feminist movement has made it so that it's almost impossible for her to actually get her masculinity fix anywhere because all guys have become feminine. So if you become dominant and alpha and masculine, she's going to want you. It's a no-brainer. Maybe not all the time because women have different tastes, but It's how you draw women in. It's why day game works. So you see her walking by, you get turned on, you want her, you go over and approach her. What do? You stop her. So you show boldness. You show that you're decisive. You show that you go after what you want. You're fearless because you don't care about her rejection. You don't care about what people think around you. You're confident. You're quick on your feet. You're witty. You're safe, comfortable. All different things that you get an opportunity to display to her. And when you do that in your cold approach, she sees those masculine qualities, and that's what attracts her to you. I know this. When I was 9 years ago, I'm Canadian, so I had never seen a difference between masculinity and femininity. Because in Canada, we've just labeled everything the same, and everybody's equal, and everybody's the same. There is no difference. And so about 9 years ago, I met my ex. Very beautiful, high-class, extremely feminine woman, Latina from Mexico City. And when I met her, it was literally like a drug. Like it literally knocked me off my feet. I thought it was her. So I took my reaction to her femininity and I attached it to her. And so I was with her in a very unhealthy relationship for a while because I thought that it was her that I was attracted to, and there was no way to find that quality in another woman. I was wrong. It was femininity that I was attracted to or even addicted to. But that femininity comes up, and you can find it in millions of different women that are very feminine. So I misunderstood that. I understand it's the exact same thing when I approach women now. I show them my masculinity. They love it because they never get a chance to be approached by masculine guys. They never get a chance to interact with masculine guys. And the more masculine you are, the more feminine you allow her to be. It's like you should watch some videos on bachata or salsa dancing, and you'll see this is how it has always worked. Men lead, women follow. It's good salsa dancing. It's good bachata dancing. It's the exact same in life and in dating. If you can do that, she will enjoy and love being around you. That's why day game works. It's not about scripts and magic wording and get some wording down and learn how to work on your eye contact and your posture and all different things. But those aren't the things that work. Those are only like 10% of it. 90% of it is developing those character qualities in you that are very masculine. Because then when you show those to her, she will respond naturally by loving it and wanting more of it. So that's the first part. That's why day game works. That's how attraction works. It's how you create chemistry, attraction, fire, magic. And the more contrast you have between your masculinity and her femininity, the more masculine you are, the more you encourage her and allow her to feel and explore her feminine side, the more fire you can create in your relationship and in the bedroom ultimately. The more feminine she is, the more masculine you are, you can have incredible sex because you are basically playing off the polarity between her femininity and your masculinity. I'm not making this up. This isn't my great ideas. This is how it works. And if you do research on this, you'll find this from 20 different sources, and you'll just think I'm plagiarizing. But it's true. I've discovered it to be quite true in my own life. So that's why day game works, and that's how it works. So what is testing? Okay, I see a lot of stuff on the thread about guys thinking every single thing a woman does is shit testing. It's not true. Women are women. Women are fucking incredible. But they have different qualities than a man. And one of them is that they get really turned on by seeing your masculinity. They want to see your strength, your boldness. They want to see that it wasn't just an act that you did for 10 minutes in front of them on the street. That's why routines and scripts are total pieces of shit. And the minute that you get to know her once or twice, you bang her a couple times or you start seeing each other, she'll see through you. She'll poke holes in it and she'll see through your script because you won't have something memorized to answer her question. And then she'll throw you off the pedestal and you'll be just a common piece of garbage. That's beta game. If you want to play alpha game, you have to actually increase yourself up to that level so that whatever you're saying is you naturally replying to situations in an alpha way. You learn the right actions and you are that person. It's just how it works. So learn how to walk, learn how to talk, learn how to be confident, how to dress properly, how to interact with people properly. And then get a lot of experience with it in all different scenarios. You want to interact with women by herself, groups, families, couples, everything, so that you understand social dynamics better. But getting back to the testing, there's two types of testing: congruence testing and investment testing. Okay, they're totally different. Women do these things. They do these things because they want to see that you, well, for the first one, congruence testing, she does it subconsciously. She wants to see that you are actually who you've been presenting yourself to be. No. Lots of street hecklers here, so you're probably going to see me get interrupted a bunch. She wants to see that you're actually who you've been presenting yourself to be. So she's going to test you. So she sees you be confident in your cold approach of her, and then when you go out on the date, she wants to see that you're confident again. For two reasons. One, it tells her that you're not phony, and two, it's a fucking turn on for her. It's the exact same as her bending over and letting you see your cleavage. It's a turn on for you. And what she's wanting you to do, essentially, is bend over and let her see inside you. Let her see your masculine qualities. Because they don't appear on the surface. I mean, to some degree they do. Like, you walk confidently because you're confident. But if she wants to see your confidence, she'll throw you into situations to see your confidence, to see you respond confidently. Example, you go to the bathroom and you come back and you're on a date, and there's a guy that she orchestrated to come over and hit on her. Maybe she smiled at him or something. He comes over and hits on her, and you come back from the bathroom. Immediately, how do you handle that? If you're bold, if you're confident, if you're social aware, you'll handle it one way. You'll pass her shit test. You'll turn the fuck on in her. She'll want you really bad. No, lo siento, no efectivo. Lo siento. She'll want you more because she'll see that you're bold and confident and you're really the man that she thinks you are. Or you come back from the bathroom and you get all threatened. You're immediately in fear. You're thinking, oh my God, she found some better guy. He's going to woo her away. And you react that way. Well, then she sees immediately you're just a beta piece of shit and you're not worthy of her. And so you've proven either way she wins. She either gets turned on more by you or she discovers that you're a fraud and then she doesn't waste any more time with you. That's why women do congruence testing. They do it in 100 million different ways. So it's impossible to get a script of what to say for each of them. What you really need to do is just discover how it works by experience with lots of different women. That's congruence testing. The other one is investment testing. Investment testing is completely different than congruence testing. When she really likes you, you've gone out, you've slept together a few times, she's starting to actually invest in you. She starts to discover that she's vulnerable. She starts feeling insecure. She starts thinking to herself, oh my God, am I getting played? Is he using me for sex? Does he really give a shit about me? She knows that you're congruent now, and she's going to keep testing you on it anyway, but she knows that you're fairly congruent. But now what's happening is she's feeling over-invested in you. She's thinking, maybe I've invested in you to 100%, and maybe you've only invested in me to 30%. And there's that difference is making her feel insecure. It makes her feel anxious, afraid, whatever, that she's getting played, or that there's another woman, or that you're married, or you really don't think of her as any more than just having sex with her, whatever. So she'll test to see how you actually feel toward her. This is totally different. This isn't a shit test. This isn't a congruence test. This is totally different. She'll be vulnerable with you. Usually she'll open up. She'll say something like, look, this is really silly, but I feel this. Or I wish I didn't feel this, but I do. Or I'm so embarrassed to tell you this, but you know, last night I was really worried that maybe you weren't going to call me back, or whatever. When she's being vulnerable, that's usually the key. But what you'll see is that she's actually just wanting reassurance that you really give a shit about her. This is natural for women. This is not a surprise thing. This is a good sign. All this testing, it's not bad. Like, I see so many guys on the WhatsApp group saying, you know, fuck women because of this, and bitter and resentful and reactive and all this other shit. It's not a bad thing. Testing is fucking amazing. Like, basically, if she's giving you a congruence test, she's telling you, one, that she's totally interested, two, that she already thinks really highly of you, three, that she just wants to confirm that you are as amazing as she already thinks you are, and four, she's giving you a fucking opportunity to show her your masculine side so she can be even more attracted to you. So when I see guys responding defensively and getting all pissed off at chicks, I think it's the funniest fucking thing imaginable, because she's doing a good thing for you, not a bad thing. And then secondly, when it's an investment test, it's even better. She's openly telling you, I really fucking like you, I'm just scared. So when she's giving an investment test to you, you don't respond by acting aloof, tough, putting her in her place, or as I've heard some guys say, shit testing her. You don't shit test women. It just doesn't work like that. But you don't set boundaries with her and tell her that either. What you have to do is affirm her. She's telling you vulnerably, hey, I'm really scared. Or she's trying to understand something about your personality. you double down and you find a way to alleviate her fear by still being true to yourself. So maybe you want to be exclusive, so then you tell her that you're exclusive and there's no other girls. Maybe you don't want to be exclusive, so then don't say that, don't lie, but tell her that she's super special to you. Tell her that you think she's amazing and you love being around her, or whatever's true. Don't lie, just be authentic. But tell her the true reasons why you're with her. She just doesn't want to feel common. She doesn't want to feel like you're with her just because she's got a pussy and you just want to fuck somebody. She wants to know that she's very unique among women, which is understandable. You should only be with women that are unique among women. Personally, that just falls under having, appropriate boundaries and standards. But that's basically, no quiero. Amigo, no. That's basically the difference. So that's why daygame works. Kind of the masculine and feminine polarity. That's why women should test men, or what is actually going on when she's testing you. That's why it's a good thing when she's testing you. And that should give you a little bit of an indicator of how to respond to those types of tests. I'm in Colombia for another 4 weeks. I'm always available for coaching through Tusk. Just contact him, and you can find out where I am, or we can arrange for me to come to you, or you to come to me. I'm in Colombia for the next 4 weeks. I might switch that last week to Costa Rica, not confirmed. So I've still got a couple slots available. That's basically until the end of May, beginning of June. Then I think we're going to have a 1 or 2 week boot camp in San Diego in September. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. And aside from that, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the feedback on the WhatsApp group. And keep enjoying yourself, guys. Keep growing.